Hello, friends. Welcome. I am Rex. If you are here right now, listening to this, you are learning English alone. And I want you to hear this clearly. This is okay. Very okay. Many people think learning English alone is wrong. They think they need a teacher. They think they need a classroom. They think they need to speak perfectly from the beginning. But this is not true. Learning alone does not mean learning incorrectly. Learning alone does not mean learning slowly. Learning alone means you are brave enough to start. Right now, you are giving yourself time. You are giving yourself attention. You are giving yourself space to grow. This is powerful. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing. You are exactly where you need to be. In this space, there is no pressure, no exams, no judgment. No one is watching you. No one is correcting you. Here, English is calm. English is gentle. English is friendly. Today, we will practice English together, but we will not rush. We will not force words. We will not chase perfection. We will move slowly. We will breathe. We will listen. We will feel English instead of fighting it. You do not need books right now. You do not need long grammar rules. You do not need to memorize lists of words. Today, English fits into your life. English fits into your thoughts. English fits into this quiet moment. If you can listen, you can learn. If you can think, you can learn. If you can feel calm, you can learn. So relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Take a slow breath in and breathe out. You are safe here. You are learning in a new way, a softer way, a more natural way. And before we continue, let me ask you something small. If this calm way of learning English feels good to you, if you want more moments like this, more slow practice, more confidence, more peace with English, take 1 second now. Subscribe to this channel. Stay with me. Learn with me. We will practice together, step by step, quietly, gently, at your pace. Now, let us begin. The problem with traditional study. Many people learn English in the same way. They sit down, they open a book, they open an app, they tell themselves, "Now I will study English." This sounds good, but for many learners, something happens. The body becomes tense, the mind becomes heavy, the heart feels pressure. English starts to feel like work. English starts to feel like a test. English starts to feel like something you must survive. Maybe you know this feeling. You look at the page, there are many rules, many words, many exercises. Your brain says, "This is too much. I am tired. I will do this later." And slowly, without noticing, you start to avoid English. This is not because you are lazy. This is not because you are weak. This is not because you are bad at English. It is because your brain feels danger. Pressure feels like danger to the brain. Stress tells the brain to close. When English feels heavy, the mind protects itself. It resists. This is why many people stop, not because English is hard, but because the way they study is hard. Traditional study separates English from life. English becomes something extra, something you must add to your busy day. but your life is already full. You wake up, you think, you work, you move, you rest. So when English asks for more energy, the brain says no. English should not fight your life. English should flow inside your life. English does not need a special time. English does not need a special place. English does not need pressure. It needs connection. It needs calm. It needs small, natural moments. This is where we change the approach. Instead of study time, we use language moments. A language moment is very small, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, sometimes less. You are making tea. You think, I am making tea. You are walking. You think, I am walking slowly. You are tired. You think, I feel tired today. No pressure, no correction, no judgment. Just noticing life in English. English becomes light. English becomes friendly. English becomes part of your day. When English fits into life, the brain opens, the body relaxes, learning begins naturally. And this is how we move forward, not by forcing English, but by welcoming it. Now, let's slow down even more. Take a small breath. You don't need to do anything special right now. Many people believe that English practice must be big, long lessons, long videos, long study time. But real learning often happens in very small spaces. This is where language moments begin. A language moment is not study time. It is not homework. It is not pressure. A language moment is a tiny moment so small that your mind does not resist it. 5 seconds, 1 sentence, 1 quiet thought. Because when something feels small, it feels safe. And when it feels safe, you actually do it. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine you are making tea or coffee. You are standing there. The water is heating. Nothing important is happening. Normally, your mind is empty, or your mind is tired, or your mind is somewhere else. Now, gently, without force, you add English. Inside your head, very calmly, you think, I am making tea. The water is hot. I am waiting. That's all. You don't repeat it again and again. You don't test yourself. You don't ask, is this correct? You let the sentence exist, and then you let it go. This is not speaking practice. This is thinking practice. And thinking in English is real practice. Before English comes out of your mouth, it must feel comfortable in your mind. Now, imagine another moment. You pick up your phone. Before messages, before scrolling, before noise, you pause for 1 second and think, I'm checking my phone. I want to see messages. I'm just looking. Notice something important here. You are not translating. You are not thinking in your language first. You are going directly to English. This is powerful. Translation creates distance. Direct thinking creates connection. And connection is what the brain loves. Another important rule of language moments is this: no correction. You don't fix the sentence. You don't stop and adjust it. You don't judge it. Correction creates tension. Tension breaks flow. Language moments are not about being right. They are about being present. You are simply connecting English to what is happening right now. Life is already full of meaning. You are not adding meaning. You are borrowing it. This is why language moments work so well. You don't wait for time. You don't wait for motivation. You don't wait for the right moment. The moment is already here. When you wash your hands, when you walk, when you sit down, when you feel tired. English quietly joins your life, not as work, but as a companion. And slowly, gently, without pressure, English stops feeling heavy. It starts feeling familiar, and familiarity is the beginning of fluency. Now, let's talk about speaking. And before we go further, let me say this clearly. If speaking feels scary to you, there is nothing wrong with you. Fear around speaking is very common. When we speak, our voice becomes public. Our mistakes feel visible. Our body feels exposed. Even when we are alone, the body remembers this feeling. Your throat tightens. Your chest feels heavy. Your mind goes quiet. This does not mean you are bad at English. It means your brain thinks you are in danger. So instead of forcing speech, we take the pressure away. This is where invisible speaking begins. Invisible speaking means you practice speaking without sound. You move your mouth, you form the words, but nothing comes out. Only you know it is happening. At first, this may feel strange, but strange does not mean wrong, it means new. Invisible speaking is gentle. There is no audience, there is no performance, there is no judgment. You can do it anywhere, while walking, while sitting, while resting, even around other people. No one hears you, no one evaluates you. Slowly, calmly, you move your lips and think. Today was long. I feel a little tired. I want to rest. You do not rush. You do not try to sound fluent. You are not acting. You are training movement. This is important. Speaking is not only language. Speaking is physical. Your mouth, your tongue, your jaw. These parts need practice too. Invisible speaking trains them quietly, without fear, without pressure. You are easing into speaking. Like walking into water slowly, not jumping, not forcing, just letting your body adjust. And here is something important to remember. Confidence does not come from perfection. It comes from familiarity. When your mouth moves in English every day, even without sound, your body learns something powerful. It learns this is normal. And when something feels normal, fear becomes smaller. Many learners wait until they feel ready to speak, but readiness does not come first. Action comes first. Confidence follows. Invisible speaking is action without risk. After some time, something interesting happens. Sound wants to come out. Maybe one word, maybe a soft sound, maybe a whisper. You do not force it. Forcing creates tension. Tension blocks fluency. You allow sound to appear naturally, like a door opening slowly. You turn the handle, you wait. And when real speaking begins, it feels less frightening. Not because you pushed yourself, but because your brain already knows the path. Invisible speaking prepares your mind, your body, your breath. It is not fake practice. It is pre-speaking. And when the time comes to speak out loud, you are not starting from zero. You are continuing something you have already begun. Now, let's talk about something that quietly blocks progress for many learners. Trying to learn too much. Many English learners believe progress means adding more words, more grammar, more lessons, more videos. And when they stop adding, they feel afraid. They think they are falling behind. But this way of learning often creates the opposite result. The mind becomes full, but not comfortable. You may recognize this feeling. You know many words, but when you want to speak, they disappear. You understand rules, but your body freezes. This happens because language does not grow wide first. It grows deep first. So instead of learning many things in one day, we choose something much simpler. One idea. Not one word, not one grammar rule. One human idea. An idea is something you feel, something you experience, something real. For example, being tired, waiting, enjoying something small, not wanting to do something. At the start of the day, very quietly, you choose one idea. You don't write it down, you don't study it. You simply say inside yourself, "Today, my English idea is being tired." That's all. Then you carry this idea with you through the day. When you feel low energy, you think, "I feel tired. I'm a little tired, but it's okay." Later, you might think, "I was tired this morning. I want to rest later." These sentences are simple, but something important is happening. You are not chasing English. English is walking beside you. You are returning to the same meaning again and again, from different angles. This repetition is gentle. It is not boring for the brain. It is comforting. And comfort is more important than speed. Many people believe fluency means speaking fast, but real fluency means thinking easily. When the same idea comes back many times, the brain stops working so hard. The sentences feel familiar. The words feel closer. This is how children learn language. They talk about the same things again and again. Not new ideas every minute, but the same ideas in new moments. Another important part of this system is emotional safety. When learners try to practice many topics, they often feel lost, they feel behind, they feel like something is missing. But when you stay with one idea, you feel grounded. Grounded means calm, stable, present. At the end of the day, you can say, "Today I talked about being tired." That sentence matters. It gives you a sense of progress, real progress. This is a small win, and small wins build confidence. One idea is one small win. Many small wins create trust in yourself. Over time, something else happens quietly. Yesterday's idea does not disappear, it stays. Your English grows like a tree, deep roots first, strong and steady. Branches come later. You are not rushing. You are building something that lasts. Let's explore a very different way to practice English. It may feel unusual at first, and that's okay. From a young age, we learn a pattern. A question must have an answer. Silence feels wrong. Not knowing feels uncomfortable. This pattern follows us into language learning. We believe that practice means producing something, a sentence, a correct response, a finished thought. But real language does not always work this way. In real life, people pause, they hesitate, they stop in the middle of a sentence. And this is not failure, this is natural. So here is a new practice. You ask questions in English, and you do not answer them. You let the question stay. For example, very gently inside your mind, you ask, "Why do I feel calm right now?" And then you stop. You don't explain, you don't search for perfect words, you don't panic. You simply sit with the question. When you do this, something important happens. Your mind stays in English longer. You don't rush back to your own language. You don't escape the moment. You remain present. This is powerful because learning does not only happen in answers, it also happens in attention. When you sit with a question, your brain stays engaged but relaxed. There is no pressure to perform, no fear of being wrong, and when pressure leaves, curiosity appears. Curiosity is gentle. Curiosity is open. Curiosity allows learning to happen naturally. This practice also builds mental flexibility. You learn that English does not need to be perfect or complete. You learn that silence is not empty. Silence can be full of thought, full of awareness, full of language resting quietly in your mind. This reduces stress. Your brain no longer feels chased. It no longer feels tested. Instead, it feels invited. Practicing without answers teaches you to trust the process. You allow English to stay, to breathe, to move at its own pace. And slowly, over time, this calm presence makes English feel lighter, more natural, more human. Take a slow breath and allow your body to settle. There is nothing you need to fix in this moment. Many learners think about English in terms of goals. I want to speak fluently. I want to feel confident. I want to be better. Goals are not wrong, but they can feel far away. And when something feels far away, it can feel heavy. It can feel like pressure instead of hope. So we gently change the direction. Instead of looking forward and chasing a goal, you look forward and remember. This is called a future memory. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Not perfect, not famous, just you. You are calm. English feels easier. You speak without rushing. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are simply comfortable. Now imagine that future you is looking back at today. That future version of you remembers this time. They remember practicing quietly. They remember learning alone. They remember moments of doubt and patience. And in English, future you says, I remember when English felt hard. I remember learning slowly. I remember trusting myself. Notice how this feels. There is no judgment. There is no criticism. Only kindness. This shift is powerful because the brain learns better when it feels safe. Fear closes the mind. Safety opens it. When you imagine future you looking back with kindness, you create emotional safety in the present. You stop rushing. You stop fighting yourself. You stop feeling late. You realize something important. You are already on the path. Growth is happening quietly, even when you cannot see it yet. The future memory technique teaches patience. It reminds you that progress does not need to be loud. It does not need to be fast. It only needs to be consistent. Each small moment you spend with English matters. Each calm thought, each silent sentence, each pause. Future you knows this. And future you is grateful that you did not give up. This practice is not about forcing confidence. It is about allowing it to grow, slowly, naturally, in its own time. Take a moment and breathe gently. Let your shoulders relax. Nothing is chasing you. You are not late. Not late to learn, not late to improve, not late to begin again. Learning English slowly does not mean learning badly. Learning alone does not mean learning without support. It means learning in a quieter way, a kinder way. Many people move fast, but fast does not always mean forward. You are choosing something different. You are choosing mindful learning. You are choosing calm. You are choosing honesty. This matters. Every small moment you spend with English is real. A thought, a silent sentence, a pause where English stays with you. These moments may feel small, but they are strong. You do not need perfect days. You do not need long study hours. You do not need to push yourself. You only need to continue. English grows when pressure leaves. It grows when the mind feels safe. It grows when you believe in yourself, even on quiet days. So be gentle with your pace. Trust your rhythm. Trust your path. You are doing this in your own way, and your way is enough. Keep going. Let's bring everything together. You have explored several ways to practice English that are quiet, calm, and powerful. First, there are language moments, tiny pauses throughout your day where you gently think in English. A single sentence, a single observation. No correction, no pressure, just presence. Making tea, checking your phone, walking slowly, these moments connect English to your real life. Your brain begins to accept English as natural, part of your daily rhythm. Next, invisible speaking. Moving your mouth, shaping words, but without sound. This trains your physical system, mouth, tongue, jaw, without fear or stress. You practice speaking safely, step by step, letting familiarity grow into confidence. Your brain learns the pattern of English speech quietly, preparing you for real speaking without embarrassment or pressure. Then comes one idea per day. Choosing a single human idea, tiredness, waiting, enjoyment, anchors your practice. You return to this idea in multiple sentences, exploring it from different angles. Repetition brings comfort. Your mind absorbs English naturally, and emotional safety emerges. Small wins stack up into growing confidence, creating a solid foundation for fluency. Practicing without answers teaches patience and curiosity. Asking questions in English and letting them linger strengthens mental flexibility. You sit with English without rushing, letting the brain stay engaged while stress disappears. Language becomes a companion rather than a task. Finally, future memory visualization shifts perspective. Instead of chasing distant goals, you imagine your future self reflecting on today's practice. You recognize effort, patience, and consistency. The mind feels safe, self-kindness grows, and motivation becomes gentle rather than forceful. Together, these techniques form an integrated system. Each builds on the other. Language moments cultivate presence. Invisible speaking builds confidence. One idea per day deepens meaning. Practicing without answers grows curiosity. And future memory visualization reinforces patience. The result is stress-free fluency, where English fits naturally into your life and learning becomes effortless, enjoyable, and sustainable. You move slowly, steadily, and surely, without fear, without rush, without pressure. English stops being work. It becomes part of your life. Take a deep breath and notice how far you've come today. Every small moment you've spent thinking in English, practicing silently, exploring one idea, or sitting with a question has added to your journey. Learning English is not about speed, perfection, or comparison. It is about gentle, consistent steps. Remember, fluency grows quietly. It grows in the everyday moments, the pauses, the silent sentences, the little wins. Each time you practice, you are planting seeds. Over time, those seeds will become confidence, ease, and natural English thinking. Keep moving forward. Stay patient. Trust the process. You are not behind. You are learning in a way that respects your mind, your pace, and your life. Take one small English moment today. Take another tomorrow. Celebrate each tiny success. And as you continue this journey, carry one thought with you. English grows when you feel calm, connected, and present. Keep practicing, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. The path is yours to walk, gently, steadily, and joyfully.